Jakarta for 5 days for work and something sightseeing. It's my first time there, and I was wondering if you could help me to get from Jalan Belawan to Tanah Abang Station, Gondangdia Station, and then Monas. I'm a bit worried about the traffic and not getting lost, so I'd really appreciate your guidance.
Of course, I'd be happy to help. Just to clarify, how are you planning to get around? Are you using a car, motorcycle, or public transport?
I'll be using motorcycle since I heard so much faster to get around with less hassle than public transport. I've been reading a lot about Jakarta's traffic jam and I'm hoping the bike will be the most efficient option. But I'm still a bit unsure about the best routes to take.
Got it. This should be the fastest way to get around Jakarta, as traffic can be much worse in the cars. From Jalan Belawan, head south, which is the most straightforward direction, start by driving straight down Jalan Pemuda for about 1.5 kilometers. It's less congested than some other routes, so it should be the easier for you to navigate. After that, continue straight onto Jalan Ahmad Yani. This route is busier than Jalan Pemuda, but it's still the quicker route to get into the central part of the city. You'll be on this road for about 3 kilometers, so just keep an eye on the traffic.
Alright, that sounds manageable. I'm glad to hear that less congested on Jalan Pemuda. I've read that some parts of the city are just a nightmare during peak hour, and I definitely don't want to get stuck. What's next after Jalan Ahmad Yani?
After that, turn left onto Jalan Tanah Abang 2. This road is much quieter than Jalan Ahmad Yani, and it's more relaxed drive. You'll only need to go for about 1 kilometers, which is the shortest and the most direct route to Tanah Abang Station. When you get close, the station will be on your left. It's usually not as crowded as other station in the city.
Great, that seems easy enough. I've heard Tanah Abang is a big shopping area, so I'm guessing that station can get pretty packed, right? I'll make sure to keep an eye out of the station. What about Gondangdia though? I've heard that area can be tricky, especially with the narrow street.
Good question. Gondangdia is a little trickier to reach because of traffic, but it's still doable. The roads on Jalan Jati Baru tend to be the most congested during the day, so I recommend it to taking different route. Head north to Jalan Jati Baru for about 1 kilometers. It's less busy than the shortened parts of the city. Then turn left onto Jalan Gajah Mada, which is the major roads that's often less crowded than other routes. Drive for about 2 kilometers and then take right onto Jalan Kebon Siri. This is the part of journey is less stressful than other routes. And soon you'll reach Gondangdia Station on your right.
Got it. That sounds like a good plan. I was a bit worried about getting stuck around Jalan Jati Baru, but it's good to know it's not as crowded up north. Now, what about Monas? I've heard it's an iconic landmark, but I'm not sure about the best road to get there without running into too much traffic.
Monas, I'd love to meet you there, but unfortunately, I won't be able to join you this time. I have some other plans. It's the busiest time of the years for me, so I can make it this time.
No worries, we can go next time. But could you still explain the route to Monas? I just want to make sure I don't get lost, especially since the most famous landmark in Jakarta. I've heard that the roads around there can get really chaotic, so I'd rather be prepared.
Of course, after reaching Gondangdia, head east on the Jalan Cikini Raya for about 1 kilometers. This road is quieter than some of the others and is often less crowded. Then turn left onto Jalan Sudirman, one of the busiest and most important roads in Jakarta. Stay on Jalan Sudirman for about 2 kilometers. This stretch can be get crowded, especially in the morning, but it's still the fastest route when you reach and the end of Jalan Sudirman, it will manage to Jalan Merdeka Barat. Keep going straight and you soon see Monas. It's the tallest and the most iconic monument in Jakarta, so you won't miss it. It's definitely the easiest landmark to spot in the city.
Alright, now I get it. That makes everything got clearer. Thanks for taking the time to explain everything. That seems easier than I expected. I was worried I'd get lost, but it looks like the directions are pretty straightforward. once you know the right routes.
You're welcome. I'm glad it could help. Jakarta is much more manageable once you know the right routes. Have a safe and fun ride. And if you need any more tips or direction while you're here, feel free to ask at any time.